How's it going? Dave here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to solo over some neo-soul chords. We are going to be soloing over a 1-4-5 in D minor, so the chords are D minor 9, and that's for 2 bars, then we have a G minor 11 for 1 bar, and then the first time round we have an A7 flat 9 altered chord. And then the second time round, so we do the same chord progression again. Second time round though, we play an A7 sharp 5 chord for the last bar. So the scales that we would use would be the D minor scale for the first 3 bars. I have simplified it down to the D minor pentatonic scale. So I use the D minor pentatonic scale for the first 3 bars, and then for the 4th bar where you have the A altered chord, I use the A altered scale, which is the 7th mode of the melodic minor scale. Let me show you how to play the A altered scale if you don't know already. So what we're going to do is play 5, 6, 8, 9 on the low E string, then 6, 8 on the A string, then 5, 7, 8 on the D string, then 5, 6, 8 on the G string, then 6, 8 on the B string, and then 5, 6, 8, 9 on the high E string. So over your altered chords, you can play the altered scale. Let's take a look at the solo that I wrote. I'm going to break down what I did so that you can kind of get some ideas for your own playing. Now, if you're looking for the tab for this, I'm going to show you how to play it anyway, but the tab's at the Patreon page in the description, along with the backing track, which you can play along to as well. But I will be putting a couple of minutes of the backing track at the end of this video for you. So let's take a look at the first lick, which was this. I'm playing double stops in D minor here, so 10th fret of the G and B strings, and then hammering on to the 12th fret of the G string and the 11th fret of the B string. And then just sliding that up 2 frets to 14 and 13, and sliding back down again, and then pulling off back to 10 and 10, so like that. Then playing the root note, 12 of the D string, and then playing that first double stop again, 10 and 10 on the G and B strings. And then we do that same double stop kind of thing, but down at the 5th fret, so same exact shape, but just at the 5th fret. So 5, 5, 7, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5. Then what we do is descend the D minor pentatonic scale. So I'm playing 7 on the D string, sliding down to 5, then pulling off to 3, then playing 5, 3 on the A string. Cool. So that's for the first 2 bars of the song. Now for bar 3 over the G minor 11 chord, I am playing this. So all I'm doing is I'm just playing an ascending and then descending lick in the D minor scale, mostly pentatonic, but I add a few extra bits and 1 chromatic note there. So playing 5, 7, 5, 7 on the D string and G string, and we're palm muting this. Then 6 on the B string, then we're playing 4 sliding into 5 on the high E string. And then whenever you're playing your 5th in a minor key, I always like to slide into the 5th. It sounds very nice and tasty. So 4 to 5, then 8 on the high E string, 6, 5, then on the B string, 8, 6. Okay, so that's for the G minor 11 bar. Then over the A7 flat 9 chord, we're going to do a little A altered scale lick, and this is a really cool lick that I've come up with, which you can nick for your own purposes. So let's take a look at how to play it. So this is how it sounds. So what we're doing is we're playing 9, 8, 6 pull-offs on the high E string, sliding down to 5, then playing 6 on the B string, and then 6 on the G string, and sliding that down to 5 as well. Then we're playing 8, 6 on the B string, then we're playing 6, 5 on the G string again, and again sliding that down. Then we're playing 8 on the D string. and that ends the lick on the bar of A7 flat 9, and then we resolve to A. Let's take a listen to that lick one more time. Cool. Then with the next bar of D minor 9, we are playing. So that's basically kind of like if you take your D minor 7 bar chord there, we're just taking those 3 notes on the D, G and B strings and we're just going like that. And then we're playing 8/8 on the D and B strings. This is the 6th interval. 6ths are a really great interval to use because they just sound really, really gorgeous, I think. So 8 and 8 and then 10 and 10 on the D and B strings as well. Then we're doing a little transition into the next bar by playing fret 13 of the B string. And then the second bar of D minor 9, we are doing this cool little lick. So what we're doing is we're playing a D minor 9 chord shape there. So all it is we're barring the 10th fret on the first 4 strings and then hammering on the 12th fret of the high E string. And then what we're doing is we're descending that chromatically, so 11 on the E string and then pulling off to 10 on the E string as well. And then we're playing 13 on the B string whilst trying to ring this chord out as much as possible. So 13 on the B string, pulling off to 10 on the B string. Then we're playing 12 on the G string, and then we're sliding it up quickly and back down again to fret 13, so like that. And then pulling off to 10 on the G string, and then playing 12 on the D string, 10 on the G string, 12 on the G string, and 14 on the G string. So just like that. Then for the G minor 11 chord, what we're going to do is we're going to play that same minor 9 voicing, but at the 15th fret. And that makes a G minor 9 chord, which works quite well over a G minor 11 chord. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hammer on with our little finger at the 18th fret and pull off. In fact, let me show you the lick first. So what we're doing there is we're playing that voicing, hammering on the 18th fret, pulling off to the 17th fret again, and then pulling the 17th fret off to the 15th fret. Then playing the 18th fret of the B string, whilst trying to maintain that chord ringing out as much as possible. Then playing the 15th fret of the high E string, and then the 17th fret of the high E string. Cool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do another double stop lick. So we're going to bar the 17th fret of the B and G strings, and then we're going to hammer on the 19th of the G string and the 18th of the B string. And then we're going to do another quick slide up and down 1 fret, like that. And then we're going to pull off back to the 17th fret of both strings. And then we're going to play 19 on the D string, slide that down to 17 and pull off to 15. That's what it should sound like, something like that. Then for the final bar, which is the A7 sharp 5, what we're going to do is we're going to play this little shape, which is like just an extension of that A7 sharp 5, whiling a flat 9, then a sharp 9, like that, flat 9, sharp 9. And that is basically, we're barring the 18th fret at the top 3 strings and hammering on the 20th fret. And then all we're going to do is descend the altered scale from here. So 20, 18, 17 on the high E string, 20, 18 on the B string, 20, 18, 17 on the D string, and then 20, 19, 17 on the D string. And then we're going to finish up by just hammering on from the 17th fret of the D, G and B strings to the 19th fret of the D string and the 18th fret of the B string, and that makes a nice D minor 7 chord. Like that. That's how I came up with the solo. Hopefully that's given you a few ideas to implement into your own soloing. If you want the tab for this, then just head down to the description and check it out at Patreon. Now, the backing track, I'm going to leave playing for a couple of minutes just so you can have a little jam with it. And then if you enjoy the backing track, then you can go and download it down at my Patreon page. So if you enjoyed the video, click like, let me know what you thought in the comments. Would you like to see anything else? Let me know that in the comments too. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. And make sure you go into the description and check out the first 2 chapters of my book, Chord Charisma, which you can get for free. What that's going to do is going to show you how to create a simple chord progression and develop it from there by adding 7ths, 9ths, 11ths and 13ths to those chords and making your chord progressions sound really extravagant and sophisticated and very, very nice. So definitely don't miss out on that, and I'll catch you in the next one.